Well, here we are in Module 2. Today we're going to discuss flatfish, talk a little bit about their characteristics, where they're from, how you cut them, and what we can do with them. Flatfish are all born round. That means they're upright swimming. We refer to them as fry. It's a stage of life. And they look like what most people think a standard fish is, eyes on both sides of their head. But when they're around 6 months old, give or take, the eye is going to migrate to one side or the other depending on the species. You should check out this video that's linked to YouTube. That's not the defining characteristic of them, but it would help you in some instances be able to differentiate between species. When the fish becomes a bottom dweller, the side with the eyes forms a pigment. That helps it blend in with the sea floor. It'll always have the eye sides up. And since they're low activity and generally slow swimmers, they have to wait and hide for their prey and then ambush them. Just so you know, most species are right-eyed. Turbo and the fluke, otherwise known as the summer flounder, are left-eyed. In regards to the activity level, flatfish are low activity. That means they're docile or calm. They generally slow swimmers, but they can produce a quick burst of speed. Much like a chicken breast, which is a low activity mussel, if you ever startle a chicken, you'll see the wings flap really quickly, but not long enough to sustain getting off the ground. So like I said, flatfish have to hide and wait because they can only sprint for so long before they get tired. The effect is going to be a light color flesh, a low oil content, and minimal flavor. You may think, why would I want to eat a fish that doesn't taste like fish? Trust me, there are plenty of people who want fish protein that's not overly fishy. Some things that we should consider when it comes to our health for flatfish is they're low in fat. And that may seem counterintuitive, but remember, fish fat is a good fat. You want plenty of it in your diet. They are a very good source of protein. They average about 20% by weight. Excellent source of B vitamins for a good source of energy. Good source of vitamin D being that gatekeeper vitamin that allows the uptake of all other vitamins in your body. But do be wary, wild-caught fish are all prone to parasites. So if you're going to serve a fluke crudo or a raw flatfish dish, make sure that you check for worms. When we use flatfish in the kitchen, they're an excellent stock bone. They're mild in flavor, they're very delicate, they're low in oil, so you won't have a greasy, overpowering stock. That's very traditional in European cooking. Some countries do use high activity fish, but in our culinary school, we generally prefer the cod or the flatfish family. The roe, the hard roe, the eggs from the female, the milt from the male, livers and cheeks are all edible out of a flatfish. Generally, they can be sautéed or dried or smoked or even served raw. Flatfish are best prepared quickly, being that they're low activity and low in oil, they tend to dry out. So either cook them with a fat or in a dry heat like a broiler really quickly, or even a nice delicate shallow poach. Flatfish are best cooked on the bone for 3 reasons. The bones will provide us with structure, moisture, and flavor. There's been a big debate about sustainability with flatfish. Flatfish are caught by trawling, which is dragging a net along the bottom of the sea floor. And that sounds disastrous, but flatfish generally live in mud or sand, so there has not been a lot of evidence of habitat destruction. Also, many flatfish, such as the halibut, have controls on their sizes, so we don't overcatch the juveniles before they can spawn. Even halibut are seasonal closures, such as November to March. So if we reduce their fishing days, we give them a chance to repopulate. Some fish need that because they only spawn minimally, and some fish do not. Flatfish come in 3 different shapes, and there are many people who don't understand the shapes, but I'm a visual person and I try to describe things as such. If we look on the top right, we'll see that there's a halibut. If you could imagine if the head was still on it, it would almost form a diamond. Right? You can look at the little winter flounder down below it and see the same shape. So if you carry the shape from the tail up to the top of the dorsal fin, to the right over to the face, to the peak of the anal fin below, and then back up to the tail, it's an exaggerated diamond. So there's many diamond-shaped fish. The sole family is oval shaped. It's like a stretched out circle and the turbos are always disc-shaped. So that may help you. Hopefully it doesn't confuse you, but I'm here for you if you need a greater, deeper dive into that.